Hello and welcome back to Wyerman's Whimsy. This is card number 3 using the Layers of Beauty bundle. I've pre-done a whole bunch of the work on this. I've already done videos showing you how to use the masks. And this one I stamped down and then used the mask. And we've got Fresh Freesia, then Highland Heather, and then Gorgeous Grape. And the leaves are done in Soft Seafoam, and then the detail is in Lost Lagoon. And so for the card, you need a card base, and I've done it in Fresh Freesia, and you need 2 images. So I stamped them in Basic Gray and then used the masks to color them in. I've also used the Tinsel Gem 3-pack. And one thing I wanted to show in this video is using this little die, the little tag die, to do the For You tag. Now, there isn't a For You in this set, but there is Grateful for You. So I've masked it off with washi tape so that I only get the For You. And I've just got a scrap of basic white. And these are both 5 1/4 by 4 that I've stamped on. I'm going to take my Basic Gray, and I'm going to ink it up. I'm just going to ink up the For You because that's really all I need. But what I've got now is I've got ink all over the washi tape, so I'm just going to peel the washi tape off, and then I'm going to stamp this down. And I can see that I haven't completely got the 4 done here, so I need to just grab another little piece of washi tape and just cover up that one edge, and I'm just going to come in and I'm going to ink up just, sorry, I'll move it over so you can, just that one little corner on that 4, and then I'll peel this off, and then I'm going to stamp it down. There we go. So now we've got For You. Some people actually cut the stamps. It's really easy to put them back together if you've cut them, but it's some of them I like to leave just as a whole stamp. So we've got the For You, and then we'll run it through the cut and emboss machine to cut it out. So I'm just going to put a piece of sticky note, on there and layer it up, and then run it through the machine, and then we'll cut out the basic pieces for the card. So once we've got that done, we'll cut the rest out. Okay. So that is our tag for the card, and I used some baker's twine to put this on, and I did it a little bit complicated on the demo card. I'm not really thrilled with that, so I'm just going to try and twist this back together again, or maybe I'll use the other end. Here we go, and just feed it through the hole here. And it doesn't all want to go. There we go. Okay. So I'm just going to feed this through like this, and then just tie it in a half knot, and then a bow. So now, as you are all aware, if you've been watching for any length of time, I am no good at tying bows with ribbon or baker's twine, linen thread, anything like that. It takes me forever to do it, but there we go. We have a bow. Yay. Okay, so we're just going to leave that like that for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of these, and I'm just going to flat mount it to the card base. It's just going to go down like that. There we go. So this one now, I want to cut the individual pieces out. We do have this die that we can cut the individual flower out, and then I fussy cut these ones out, but I didn't want to do that until I showed you how I did it. And when I fussy cut them, I realized that I could do it a different way. So we're going to do it that different way on the video here. So I'm just going to use that sticky note again to hold that down. We're going to run it through the cut and emboss. There we go. So, and I apologize for the delay on video 3 and video 4 this week. Usually I do them on Thursday and Friday, and this week was a total week. So I have, I'm doing them on a Saturday, but I will post them both today, and we can go from there. So now I've got this piece here that's going to overlap here. And then I fussy cut out these pieces. But what I realized when I was cutting them out was that I can actually use the die, because I didn't want to fussy cut around all the leaves and everything else. That was just a step too far. So I'm going to grab out a fresh sticky note just so that I can hold this down. And we're going to do that. And we're going to run it through the machine again. So I'll do that. And there we go. We're going to run that through, and then we're going to fussy cut. So feel free to fast forward if you don't want to watch me fussy cut. Usually I would fussy cut before we get to the video. But like I say, I wanted just to show how I changed it up. So let's just get that out of the way and that out of the way. Okay. I'm feeling slightly disorganized this morning, but so now we've got our pieces, and what I can do now is I can come in and I can fussy cut this one out, and I am going to cut this one out as a single flower. Although doing it this way, it would be super easy just to leave it with the little flowers on top, but that's not the look I'm going for on this one. So I'm just going to come around, trim that out, and then come around the other side. Actually, I'm going to leave those little flowers on. Why not? So I'm just going to come around and fussy cut like this. So now there's my second flower. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to fussy cut this one out, but I'm going to leave those little leaves on this time. So let's just come around like this. There we go. Okay, so I have these other little pieces that are ready to use. I can use them on another project, or they can just go in the bin. But what I did for these flowers is I took my sponge mat, any kind of soft surface you've got, and I just kind of rubbed my finger in here, and it makes it kind of circle up a little bit. So just doing that, and I'm going to do the same with this one, just in the middle. Just use your finger, it just gives it a bit of a 3D effect. You can see it's made it a little bit rounder. And then I just used dimensionals, and I'm just going to trim some more out of my edges like this. And we're going to put a dimensional in the middle. It'll keep that center raised up, but the sides kind of come down a little bit. So I'm putting this one exactly over the image, but for these ones, I'm going to offset them just a little bit. Now this one I offset like this, and I'm going to have to fussy cut this out. Sorry, everyone. I am going to have to do that. So I'm just going to come around and trim that out. And I want to see how it looks doing it this way. I need to trim it all the way down. I need to get rid of all of that white space, because I offset the flowers so that it looks more full. So I'm just going to come in and just take that white space off. I think using the big die saves some time for sure, but you still need to cut those little pieces off. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to fussy cut those leaves right off. Depending on what you're doing and the look that you're going for, you can absolutely leave them on and just raise them up to get some dimension or some depth in your card. But for what I'm doing here, I need this to be just the image. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm going to just give that another little bit of a push. I'm going to put a dimensional on the back. If I can pick this one off. There we go. Put the dimensional on the back like that. And then I'm offsetting it so the flower looks fuller. When you do this, it looks much more full. And I'm going to do the same with this one. Let's put a dimensional on the back, peel that off, and I'm offsetting it just like that. So then it looks like the flowers are much more full than they originally are. This one I'm going to put a dimensional on the back like that. And then I'm just going to pop it in. I'm going to go underneath this one here, just so the bow still shows, and then like that. So I've done this one just slightly different. Still got the bow showing there. And I need to add my forgotten what these are, tinsel gems, the trio. So we're just going to pop a few in. I think I used 5. And I'm just popping these in here, just kind of bringing the eye around a little bit. And like that. And you can pop another one in down here. And we're going to go with one more because I want to, right there. So that is our third card using the Layers of Beauty and using the dies and that in different ways. So thank you so much for watching, and let's create together again soon.